Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My circle, whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Got it. Hey.
Hello.
Yay.
We have a guest.
We have special guest time. Do. We're very excited.
You know,
Very excited.
I feel like it's been, like I said, forever since I've seen you ladies, and it's so much of an honor to finally be on your show.
Aww.
I love it.
Oh, we're so excited to have you.
I feel like this is a long time coming.
Yes, Naomi's been very patient with us. We had quite a few things
She
happen.
really has.
She's like rescheduled like we've rescheduled with her like at least 3 times, I think.
Right.
And I mean,
been
part of
so
the problem is I work at nights, and most people, like normal people, don't really work at nights. So it's hard to get
get
the
it.
right time that works for both of us.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, life and all that, but we really, really appreciate you coming on. We should intro.
Yeah, let's intro and then we'll introduce Naomi more.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is Naomi.
Yay.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey.
Yay.
It's a block
And
party.
as you guys already know, is it a block party?
It is a block party.
It kind of is a block party.
Yes.
Because we're talking about some.
I mean,
we're talking about some new kids goodness.
heavy episode. So when it's new kids heavy, I say block party.
I mean, why not? Everybody wants a block party. So hey, here we go. Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody.
Nobody.
Because we've got
Hey.
Naomi. She's here.
And she's from the Dope Nostalgia podcast
That's right.
That's right.
and one of our friends.
That's right.
right. Yeah.
And we're so happy to have you here.
Oh, I'm honored to be here, and it's been amazing to get to know you guys. It's been a couple years since I met you, and you guys came on my show. So, hey, it's nice to be
We
here.
loved it. And we were saying before we started recording, and we'll talk about your podcast, but like just the experience of being on your podcast, I remember from the get-go. I was like, because I think you talked to Nikki more, you know, before the recording
When we were
and
setting
stuff.
it up. Mhm.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, she's really organized and very professional.
I was still pretty
Not
green,
that
though.
others aren't. I mean, yeah, it was episode 54.
That's right.
And you have a lot of episodes, but I was like, wow, this is great. Like, she's really, really professional, and like, you did a really good job, and I was very, very impressed. Not that others haven't been; they have.
Absolutely.
But I was like,
it's in comparison.
I was
to
like,
us, really.
wow. I'm kind of.
It's really in comparison to us. We try really hard. But with the format that we have, anytime we have structure, it's just weird and it seems off because we want it to flow naturally and we want the conversation to flow naturally. So
see, and that makes sense, especially in a podcast format. I kind of think that everybody has more fun when we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about like the question answer
Right.
format.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we did some fun things on your episode. That was so fun.
Oh yeah, I threw you guys under the bus with that trivia at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did. You
But
absolutely did.
we never claim to be experts.
No, we are absolutely not experts ever.
So
And here was I
you know.
assuming you guys were experts. I threw like tough NKOTB
Mhm.
history at you.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got one question right, maybe.
We were humbled very quickly.
We were very much so. Very much so. Yes.
But it's all fun. It was
I
all
was
in
like,
good fun.
I could for sure. Yeah, I was like, I can't ask them like questions everybody knows. So, but yeah, no,
Well,
the
you
whole
got us.
experience was great.
Yeah.
And you guys were my first episode that was new kid centric.
Yeah.
Oh yay.
That's true. So
That's
it's funny
right.
because I've done a lot of them since then, a lot of new kid stuff. And right now, too, with like the end of the mixtape tour, I've started doing mixtape Mondays.
I saw
So
that. Yeah.
I've been talking every Monday. We've had an episode where we talk to one of our friends who came on the California end of the mixtape tour with us and talk about our memories and getting to know each other and trash bag pants and things
That's
like
awesome.
that.
So fun.
So it's been fun.
That is fun. It's so fun to, obviously like mixtape tour was amazing. And when it wraps up, it's sad. But doing like we read the stories from, or you doing your mixtape Mondays, like it's just so fun to relive it.
Mhm.
And it kind of like extends it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Going
Yes.
through it again and sharing some of the photos and such too.
Yeah.
So
And who doesn't want
I've
that?
really enjoyed doing it.
So
Yep.
let's just talk briefly for anybody that doesn't know about your podcast, the Dope Nostalgia Podcast.
Mhm.
Let's just talk briefly about what you're all about, like what you do, because I mean, you've had some really good episodes.
Well, yeah, it's called Dope Nostalgia, and I talk about the decade of the 90s with friends as well as people I've met online. And when I'm really lucky, I can get the actual artists to come on the show and talk with me too, which has been more than I ever expected when I started this idea. So it's been growing steadily. And we're getting better numbers. We're starting to chart a bit on like Apple charts and such, just like a
Nice.
bit. One week I'll be like, oh my goodness, I made it up to like 16. And then I drop to like 250.
That's awesome, though.
The next week. But it's like, it'll happen like that. And now I'm like, oh my goodness. Cause it's hard putting out a podcast, as you guys know. Like it's fun to do it, but it's hard to get people to notice it because there are so many of them.
Yes.
That's where the struggle
This is very true. And there are, I mean, props to anybody that can do it and that can do it consistently. Because it is not easy.
You have to love doing it.
Yeah.
Or you're going to quit after like 20 episodes.
Sometimes not even.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because we've all seen those podcasts where, it was a really great podcast. And then a week goes by, a month goes by, and then you're like 4 months and you're like, wait a minute.
There's one that I've been waiting to come back, actually. And I'm not afraid to say it, but I really miss New Pod on the Block.
I know. Same.
It was well run, very well produced, and like they had really cool themes and like countdowns and like I know the guys have busy lives, but I want them to come back.
I know.
Yes. I know Mike was getting married, and I think he got married this summer. So maybe I've reached out to them a couple times and I haven't heard anything back, but I'm going to be persistent and keep reaching out because I do love those guys. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they were fun to work with too.
Yeah,
for sure. And they did take part in like some of our NKOTB block action events there in the beginning. So
yeah,
they did.
Yeah,
they did. That was fun.
Life.
It's life. And
exactly.
We know this.
A lot of us started some of these ideas too during the pandemic because we had the time then. And now that kind of things have been slowly returning to some sense of normalcy, people are busy.
That's
so I get it.
Very true.
Yeah. I used to get an anxiety attack. Like I would get so much anxiety if we weren't going to release like on a weekly basis. And now I've learned to let that go because there's just going to be times like now, for instance, we've been very sporadic. But sometimes you just have to be like, you know what? We still love doing this. We're going to keep doing it. But sometimes life gets in the way. So.
Right. On your terms, when you can. If you have to change it up, that's fine.
Absolutely. You can't. And Nikki, I'm very proud of you for kind of letting go of that. Because I never felt that way. I always felt like we do it when we can. If we can't do it, if there's other things going on in our lives, whether it be something that we see coming or if we're blindsided by something, shit happens.
Right. Right.
So it's good that you're able to, you were able to kind of overcome that.
Yeah, it took 5 years, but
it did. It took a long time.
So,
but we're here.
Think that we have tons of episodes. So when there's a week that we're not there, guys, go back and listen to an old episode, and we'll discuss it.
Exactly.
We'll discuss it.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so you've had some amazing guests.
I
mean,
yeah,
amazing. I need to know. I know that all of your guests are amazing, and it's really hard to pick one or two or three. But like, there's got to be a couple that you were just like, oh man, like I got it, and this is amazing.
Like I sometimes when I almost every time when I end the conversation and I do this little like freak out by myself, like I can't believe this happened. But one of those would probably be Alana Miles, who's a huge star in Canada. She had a big hit worldwide with Black Velvet.
I remember.
So that one was because she was one of those people too, where no one knows what she's been up to. No one knows where she's been, but she was such a famous person. Like wherever she is, the fact that she even said yes to doing it blew my mind. I remember she did it over the phone and she called me at a certain time. And I still have the recording where she's like, hello, is this Naomi? This is Alana Miles for our like 9:00 interview. And I'm just like, holy shit.
I love that.
Sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to swear.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got that mature rating.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Okay. Yeah. People like that. People like Vin Rock from Naughty by Nature, who did the interview from his car.
That's amazing.
Parked in Manhattan.
I love that.
So cool. Color Me Bad was like my 3rd episode that I got Mark Calderon on the show. And he also did the interview from his car.
He was fun.
So these guys are just driving around doing interviews in their spare time. I love it.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
But yeah, it's been getting better and better all the time. Right Said Fred was interesting. That was a great one too.
I love that.
Those guys like doing some of these interviews. A lot of times these people are in European time. And then I'll be at like 3 a.m. here, 4 a.m. sometimes. And they're just, starting their day and we do an interview. Like, good thing I'm a night owl. This works for me.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do that.
Oh, well. You probably have one of those normal jobs.
Well, maybe that has something to do with it. But
if Jordan Knight said the only time I can do it is at 3 a.m., you better believe you would be right there.
Oh my God. I mean, oh my God.
You drop everything for that man.
I would 100%.
Including 100% clothes. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Just kidding. Sorry, I can be a little bit dirty.
Anyway, yeah.
It's
sorry.
It's that mature rating.
That's right. Explicit content. There's an E there for a reason.
Yeah. Donnie is still like any of the new kids really is still like the golden prize to me. It's like the bucket list interview.
Yeah.
So I swear I've been writing this interview. Every time I think of a new question, I just put it in my notepad in my phone. Because I want to ask them stuff that no one ever asks them. Like I want to ask Donnie about producing Mark's Music for the People album.
Yeah,
I have questions about that.
That's really cool. It will happen.
Some really different stuff.
It will happen.
It will happen.
It will absolutely happen. And we're adding more of that to the universe.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Put it right out there. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because I'd love to hear your questions.
Persistent, but not like annoying persistent. Mm-hmm. Just be like every so often, hey Donnie, remember me?
It's a fine line we walk.
It's a very fine line. But hey, our mission interview, Joey.
You did it.
Accomplished.
It took years.
It took years.
But mission accomplished.
Every year we change the year. And
I bet every time too, you just look at clips of it and smile, and you just still say to yourself, like, wow, every time.
It was amazing.
Hey, seriously, I still can't believe it happened. We still can't believe it happened. Like you, I had a notebook that was full of things that I wanted to talk about, and we covered none of that. Nothing. No. No, we didn't. And that's the way our podcast is, though, is, we just let it take us wherever it was going to take us. And we had stuff that, in case there was a pause moment or whatever, that we could go into it like we always do. But that never happened. It just kept flowing. It just kept going. And we're very appreciative of that.
I'm glad you had that natural experience with him where it didn't feel awkward in any way.
Oh, it definitely felt awkward. Don't get me wrong. Okay,
I don't think it felt awkward. I think Nikki felt awkward.
Yes. Well, that's your boy.
Yeah,
I get it, Nikki.
It was super awkward. And then when I decided to tell him the story of the grass, I was like, what am I doing? What am I? Why?
Yeah, but that was gold. That was gold.
Oh, I mean,
really.
Oh my God.
Really.
And that's good listening too. That's good, entertainment for people to hear that story, including Joe.
Yeah. I think
absolutely. Joe needed to hear it.
Oh, he heard it. Yes. So, yes. But yeah, you have had some amazing guests.
I do have one interview that's completed that's coming up in the next few weeks that I should unveil. But Brandon Wahlberg is going to be on the show.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah, nephew Brandon, he's been on Wahlburgers and all of that. I'm going to be. I want to share some of his music that he's been putting out. So there'll be some clips of his songs, and he'll tell me a bit about what he's been doing with music and his life. And
that's really cool.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to. Cool. And that one was a fun one to do too. It was pretty easy to talk to him about stuff.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
That'll be so neat. So there's a Wahlberg.
And we got a Wahlberg.
One down, many to go. I mean,
he's such a sweetheart. Brandon was wonderful. So
very cool. So, this is a block party after all.
It is.
Yes.
So let's talk about because we like to talk about New Kids Discovery stories and share the, stories. So let's hear your New Kids Discovery story.
Okay. I think I was 11 years old and 80, I think it was 89, 90. I know that they'd already been big for a while. Some of my friends at school liked them, but I wasn't zoned in onto it yet. I don't know why, but one of my best girlfriends, Jessica, growing up, she just got her first CDs ever for a CD player, and she had Hangin' Tough already, but she just got Step by Step, and she was telling me, you got to check out these guys, you're gonna love them. And she was a Jordan girl too.
Hey.
I don't know if any of that had any influence on me, maybe, but I think I kind of just gravitated to the one that I liked, right? But so yeah, I started getting into the tunes, and we all make up dances, and then started buying the teen magazines, and it slowly turned into this obsession that my mom had to keep funding
as they did.
As they did. And I kind of think now, I'm like, I wonder how she feels about them now. She's probably like, oh, they cost me so much money, those new kids. But then again, she does love Donnie now because of Blue Bloods, right? She's a Tom Selleck lady. All of our moms love Tom Selleck, right?
Yes,
so,
absolutely. Absolutely.
So she was excited when I came back to hear about Donnie. But anyway.
That's when my mom, when she, I think she realized, what we were doing, because she didn't get it. She didn't understand what Brooke and I were doing. Podcast, what's that? I have no idea. You guys, whatever. But when I told her, I'm like, Danny Reagan is on our podcast. What? I was like, Mom, he's from New Kids on the Block.
I just said it
I haven't said it in a long time. I said New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, you did say it how you haven't said it in a long time. The way you said it?
I used to say it
New
really
Kids
weird.
On the Block.
Yeah, New Kids on the Block. So yeah, that's when my mom was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then when we went and saw him in Dorchester when he did the truck, the food truck thing, and we got pictures with him and everything, she thought that was pretty cool. She has dementia, so she doesn't remember that now, but it was a really cool thing when she her eyes got wide and she's like, what? So I felt pretty cool for a second.
I can hear her right now. I can hear he's on one of my favorite programs.
That's right.
I can hear her.
He's just like a nice
Queer as Folk.
Yeah. My mom just loved the show Queer as Folk. Loved that show so much.
On Showtime.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And I loved that show.
Explicit show.
Very.
And we'd come in, because Brooke and I, we hung out all the time. We come in, my mom's, I'm just watching my program, Queer as Folk. Just watching it.
I will never ever forget because I loved it. I wouldn't miss it. I loved it. And when it wasn't on, I was rewatching it. I'd buy the seasons on DVD. I just loved the show. And she was, I don't know if she was watching it when I went over there one time, or if I had to go home because I had to watch it. And she was like, oh, Queer as Folk? That's one of my favorite programs.
I love that she says programs.
It was so cute.
Oh, yes. Program.
I just loved it. It's one of my favorite memories.
Yes. I actually I remember when that specifically happened because it was dark in the living room and you and I came in, and that I remember that whole conversation. Totally remember it.
I do too.
Because you were floored. You were like, she's watching the show I watch. I'm like, I know.
Yeah. And Brian Kinney. I mean, Brian Kinney.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, know.
I don't know.
It's a great show. It's a great show. Yeah. I didn't get into it as much as my mom, but Anyway. That was a tangent.
Oh, good show. Really good show.
Well, I like your taste.
Sorry, I think I'm delayed, I think, a little bit.
You were just in and out a little bit. Okay. Yeah. You were just in and out a little bit.
Okay.
That's that same group of girls that got me into New Kids. We'd have sleepovers and we'd watch Hangin' Tough Live VHS. And we would, swoon over our favorite boys. And we kept rewinding the thrusting part. Said, hey, I feel all right. And we didn't know why we liked it, really, but we liked it. Yeah. So he's like, watch it again. And then, we created our own little girl band too on our sleepovers. And we were called New Release. And we were going to be famous like the New Kids. The first song we wrote was called Jordan. And and it's actually, I wish we still had a copy of it because we actually went to a studio, like a basement in someone's house's studio to record it just to have something. But we lost the tape. I remember the song though.
I do remember the
song.
God. Will you sing it?
My voice is so much lower than it was then, so I'd have to figure out. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
just a
have
little
to start it
clippy.
really low. Okay, here's from the pre-chorus. I'm not asking the world of you. Don't give your heart away to somebody new, no boy. Stay here with me and never leave my side for all eternity. It was love, and I'm thinking of you, Jordan, every single day of my life. It was really high.
Oh my
That's so
God,
much.
that's
It
amazing.
was like,
You're a great singer.
thanks. There was like 3 or 4 of us girls who wrote all the lyrics. And we're like, it doesn't have to be about the new kid, right? Because I like Joe. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oh my God, that right there is gold.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I've sang it for Amanda before when she came on my show.
Oh my
Amanda
God,
I love it.
I love.
But I remember the lyrics and everything. But so like, I never got to see them live back then. I didn't get to see them live till 2008.
Same.
So, and it was with that same girl who got me into them.
Yay.
I called her up.
Cool.
She had just had a baby like the month before, and this was like her first time going out since having the child, and she's just like, I'm like, we didn't get to go. Our parents wouldn't let us in 91 or 90. It was 90. She's like, and I'm saying, you're going with me now, and we did it. It was amazing.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm so happy that you were able to go with your friend. And what a fun like first night out for a new mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's why they do it and why they came back is so that like all these women going through their adult lives now can have these experiences and fun nights out with their friends, I think that's a main reason why they've been so successful at doing it. The reunion was, I mean, of course we were hardcore, so we loved it, but I mean, it was in general very successful since they're still doing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I'm alone here, but I was like, oh, okay, it's just going to be like a one-time thing and they're going to do this and that sucks because this is awesome. And then 2 years later, there's another tour and you're like, and I remember telling Brooke, we have to do this up like big time because you just never know when it's going to be the last time. You just don't know.
No.
So
exactly.
And then the bigger you do it, the more you have to do it each time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, well, I mean, I love Barstool, so.
How many shows did you guys go to on this tour, on the 2022 mixtape tour?
3.
3.
3? Yeah. Same 3 shows together?
Yeah. We just stayed in New England. We didn't travel out.
I just knew, like, I'm in Canada. If people don't, I haven't said that already. I'm from Edmonton, which is Western Canada. And I saw the release of the tour dates, and I wasn't surprised that nothing was coming because they haven't brought the mixtape tour here yet. But I was like, first thing I did was I messaged Adrienne from Rat Tail because she lives on the West Coast. And I was like, I want to come to the States. I want to come see some shows. At first it was just going to be the Sacramento show because she was talking about what Rat Tail was going to do. They were planning like the party, the after party and all of that. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to get tickets with you guys. So we did. And then it turned into everybody getting tickets for more shows. And so then I bought for San Jose. And then I went with Tracy Bird and I said, do you want to buy a ticket with me in 5 Star? She's like, oh, sure. She's already going to like 20 shows.
Why not?
And then then they got the since right before the Cincinnati show, they figured out how much room they had and more bar stools came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one in Fresno sitting there with my name on it. And I'm sitting there on the Ticketmaster website, like, do I do it? Do I do it? Yes, buy it.
Oh my gosh.
And then so it turned into 3. Yeah. Turned into 3. And I don't regret $1 I spent. Honestly,
no.
It was all worth it.
And that Barstool experience. What'd you think about that?
That is so cool. I mean, I was like, I wasn't at the head of the stage. I was more along the shaft, but it was so cool because I still got some interaction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. See, that's where we were.
Yeah.
We were on the shaft of the stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I thought it was great.
Oh
too.
man.
Absolutely great. Oh my God.
Oh man.
You had
anytime
the
I'll do it
view
again.
of them coming and going,
Yeah.
like right there.
Sometimes
And
they'd
they pay
stop.
attention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes they'd hold your hand.
Yes. Joe held my hand briefly during remix.
That's amazing.
I got 2 fist bumps out of Jordan, which was just mind blowing to me.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know. I don't know how I was so lucky. And then I got one out of Donnie, and I just I took this video too where these girls sitting next to me had these snacks I think they're called pinwheels. We don't have them in Canada that I've seen, but they look like potato chips, but they're shaped like these pinwheels or something. I've never seen them before. So John's like, look, they're at the show, part of the show where they're introducing Rick Astley for Never Gonna Give You Up. And Donnie's doing all the talking, and John's looking down and he goes, "What's that? What you got there?" And the girls are like, "You want some?" And he's like, "Okay, sure." And so they like put it in his hand and he's like eating it.
That's like fantastic.
There's a video on my YouTube you can see of that interaction. And then
oh my God.
He comes when they're walking down doing Didn't I Blow Your Mind? John turns around to them and he's like, "Those were so good." Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love that.
John is just the realist.
No, this is an audio podcast. I'm trying to do all these things with my hands. I'm not helping explain my story. So, but yeah, you can check it out, the video on the YouTube channel at Dope Nostalgia Podcast. So
we'll post it on our website.
Yeah, we'll post it on our website.
Yeah. Good.
That's
good
so
memory.
cool. So, so yeah, once you go Barstool, it's very hard to go back from that. And
yeah,
you know, we'll see you in a Barstool next tour.
Yeah. Next tour, I better go East Coast.
Yes, you need to come out with us.
Yeah. So I can see all you guys.
Come to Boston.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a Boston New Kids show.
Nothing. I can't even imagine how good it would be.
Oh, it's the best. I don't have really much to compare it to. I've always ever seen them in Boston or Mohegan Sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Or Portland, Maine, but they don't come here anymore.
No.
They're too big for Maine now.
Yeah, although Backstreet Boys came here.
Backstreet Boys did come here.
Mm-hmm.
Right to our hometown.
Yep.
That was amazing.
I was gonna say before we move on, when we were just talking about like the childhood stuff.
Oh yeah.
One of the big things I remember getting for my birthday present was that Lynn Goldsmith book, the New Kids on the Block photo book, and that book got like destroyed over time because I read it and all that stuff. Like I kissed it like so much, right? So I get a message from Nikki earlier this year, right, saying, "I know you're looking for one. I found one online. Maybe you can get this one." So you facilitated that for me. Hold on. I got the book. It's in great condition. And so I just had it sent to my friend Paige, who I met on the tour, who brought it. And it was like, yes, we got it.
Oh, that's
we were
so
trying
amazing.
to logistically figure it out because it was through Mercari, and I don't think that they shipped to Canada.
No,
and so
exactly.
I was like, I can get it and ship it, but you had a friend, so I saw that
I was going down there anyway.
I need to give this to Naomi. Like, I need to send this quick.
So thank you so much, because it was a good price and everything too. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you have it because it is a good read. It is a good read. If you don't have the book, you need to get the book. Just saying.
You need to get the book.
Yes.
It's like the perfect book to like open up and then like lay on it and fall asleep with your favorite one.
That's probably why my book was destroyed.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
These shirtless pictures of Jordan.
Oh my gosh.
I was like that with the Magic Summer Tour like book, like the like program book.
Yep. And I found one of those for you.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Have it. Or I'm
those pictures. I don't know. I found my old one, but it's not in great condition.
Oh, this one was like brand new. It was like
pristine.
Is that the book with the picture of Jordan in that blue shirt that you like so much, Brooke?
Sure is. It sure is.
Nice.
Oh man. I love it. I love it. I still love it. I'll always love it.
These are good keepsakes.
So let's talk about block action real quick.
Sure.
And we've talked about it obviously on our podcast, but I think it would be really interesting to hear from you, because this is like you started this whole thing. Like, I remember you reaching out to us and being like, hey, I kind of have this idea.
Yeah. And I think,
but what gave you the idea? Like, that's so cool.
The fact that we were all still in lockdown. This was like early 2020, maybe late 2020. But and it was getting really hard on me because I live by myself, and all my interactions had mostly been over Zoom with friends. I'd visit with friends all the time and we'd hang out online. But I was like, getting back into the new kids rabbit hole again. You know, I never really stopped, but I kind of, well, that's not true. There was 1994, but but I came back in 2008. But then I just started like watching more YouTube videos of them and stuff, and like kind of like rekindling my love affair for the new kids. And I thought, I started running into content like your guys' podcast, for instance. I reached out and searched and found you guys. I was on my YouTube rabbit hole and I found Adrian and Chris, a rat tail, and then started following more content creators. There's so many of them. They're doing such original ideas and making new kids fun for everybody. So I was like, why don't we have a big party every few months and all of us can get together, because everyone's got such a creative mind to be doing this in the first place. We all get together and we just create a party for everybody. We enjoy ourselves, the fans enjoy themselves, and maybe in the future we can build it and do like charity events and stuff. So that's where NKOTB Block Action was formed. That's the idea, getting everyone together to do that. And I'm really grateful for all the friendships that were made out of it.
Yeah. It's such a cool idea, and you're right, and it totally makes sense, you know, coming out of, you know, lockdown and pandemic, something like that to come out of it, it just makes sense. Because we always had fun, like the New Kids virtual cruise, and they would do their little things on like a Saturday afternoon during lockdown, and that was fun. And I know that we hosted some Zoom parties and stuff, just as, you know, my so-called whatever, and those were always fun. And we always had a lot of people would come around because we were all home.
With no plans.
And there were no tours. Right. So it was just a really, really neat idea that you had, and we're very, very we're very happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy you are.
So thank you.
Of it. I mean, it's I think the planning stage has kind of slowed lately, because it's true, everyone's getting back to their jobs and such, so people are busy again. But people need to know there is going to be another event coming up, and it's probably in the fall, late fall, early winter. So we're just going to get all of our plans in order,
ducks in a row.
And yeah, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Because Anna and Ness, they hosted the last one from NKOTB Polls, and they did such a good job.
Oh my god, amazing! Talk about organized.
I was like, I mean, everybody that's done it, I've been like,
everybody.
Welp.
Oh, Radtail too. Because Chris and Adrian do all kinds of stuff like that on their own show all the time, with like prize wheels and like, you know, they do so many interesting ideas. And Anna and Ness, like they just went with it too and just made it incredible. I was like, you guys put so much work into this.
They did.
Planned it well.
They did. They did
such a good job.
And they're so like, I don't know, they're so smart and creative. And the way they did it they did a great job.
It was so professional.
Yes. It would be very hard for us, meaning me and Nikki, to follow that.
Well, it kind of gets scary because then when it's your turn, I'm wondering now when it's the next group's turn, if everyone's like, oh my goodness, I can't top that.
That's what we said.
I feel that way.
I was like, Brooke, I'm gonna need like 2 years to plan this. Like, I could not believe.
Yeah. So maybe we should start now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be ready in 2 years. We'll be ready 2 years from now.
And this is why I wanted all these folks involved in it, because like the creativity they were already exhibiting on their own in their own platforms was incredible.
Right.
And people come to these parties afterwards and they follow our social media and then they tell us about how much fun they had. And we've cool. met so many people that way. I love it.
And I love the creators that we've made friends with and have come together. I have to say, I was really jealous when you guys all got together on the West Coast, because I was like, I want to be there. Meet them too. I know.
Thinking, I'm like, I wonder what our East Coast friends think of all of our get together pictures. I wonder if they're like, whatever.
I was like excited for you, but at the same time, I'm like, oh man, why couldn't you be over here? Like, you know,
I know. And we would think that too. We're like, we wish you guys could all be here too. You know, like there's so many people that we wanted to meet East Coast wise, which is nice. Like that when Fenway happened and like Baltimore and all that, you guys got to meet West Coast and East Coast together.
That's right. Yes.
Right. And that's something that we have, like, we can't ignore the fact that the East Coast, and we're not talking block action stuff right now, but we're talking just new kids in general. The East Coast, whether it be Boston or New York or whatever it is, we get a lot of new kids stuff and events.
We do.
And special shows and things like that. So
true.
You know, we get it. But but we should have a block action meetup on the East Coast.
You know what? Sleepover party. Brooke, we've been talking about this. How long have we been talking about this? A huge,
even a long time.
Those suites that we stayed at that very first time that we met Kim and Jackie and Maria.
The residents
in Geordie Claus
in Tewksbury, Massachusetts.
Yes. Seriously, it was the best. It was the best situation because like everybody has their own place, but like there's tons of room to like get together, but then you can still go back to your own. And it's not like a hotel. It was like apartments. They were like little apartments. And
they were like the old style Residence Inn with like outdoor entries. They were like little apartments.
Perfect.
Nice. I did like that big Airbnb we rented. It was a little sketch.
Oh,
it was a little sketch.
Yes.
But that's
we didn't have any sheets on our bed.
No, we did not have. There were no sheets.
No.
We slept on a naked mattress.
We did. I covered up with a
sweatshirt for bed bugs easily that way.
Yeah. It was clean. It was super clean. They just didn't have any sheets for us. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's whack.
It was it was definitely it was interesting. It was interesting. But it was fun.
We could do a Boston meetup. Check out all the sites, you know. Do our own like Boston tour.
Absolutely.
We could charter a bus. Great. We could charter a bus and do a tour of their homes, their childhood homes.
Yes.
Not their current homes. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Can I borrow a book from your library? Thanks.
I don't know if he would like that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But we could definitely plan a lunch at Novara.
Or brunch at Novara.
Ooh, brunch at Novara is amazing. Amazing. So real quick, I just want to mention you are cruising.
I am cruising. First time.
And this is your first time. And I mean, it's only our second time.
Yeah.
But we
are going to meet.
Yes.
In a month.
Yes. It wasn't, we weren't
a month.
Cruising the last time I talked to you. We weren't. And then like we decided we were cruising in May. So we are on the boat.
I'm so happy. That's right. You just created the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Beautiful spreadsheet of our rooms.
That's right. We had that last year, our last cruise too. And it was super helpful because we didn't have a lot of internet connection. And so I had like screenshotted it. Thank God. And so we were able to like see everybody's room and where they were because we couldn't get a hold of anybody. So it's just a neat little thing, like where if you want to like talk to somebody, just put your room out there. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But yeah,
right.
I like the spreadsheet.
It was just recommended to me that I should bring a doorstop to keep my door open for everybody.
Yep.
And we're actually neighbors through the wall.
That's right.
I looked at the map.
That's right.
So
Brooke, I forgot to tell you
my
that.
cabin is on the other side of your cabin through the wall.
Oh, so like behind, butted, like we're butted
across
up to each other.
So we can like knock, do like special. We'll get a special like knock, and we'll be like, we'll be right over. Knock, knock, knock.
We'll be like dunk, 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 and then you'll know Brooke and Nikki will be here in about 45 seconds.
Yep. That's right.
I love that idea.
So far from looking at the list, you're my closest neighbor. So I'm excited.
Are you early or late dining?
I can't wait.
Early.
Yeah.
We are late.
We are late.
Lots of people are late. Lots of people are on late. Yeah. Yeah.
We wanted to be early, but
we were not early in the booking game. So
I don't know what the difference really is. I just went with whatever was
available.
Wanting to do whatever was available. I'm like, I'm happy. I'm down for anything.
And same. It's
we
a
just
different...
had a lot of friends that were early, so. But now we have a lot of friends that are late, so.
Yeah, so it all works out. We'll have a blast.
Yeah.
A lot of the block action crew that are going are going to be on late.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. From what I've seen. I think Tracy Bird and I are both early. I'm pretty sure. So yeah,
exciting.
I can't wait.
Can't wait to meet you.
Can't wait. I've never even been on a cruise.
You are in for a treat.
Yes. Make sure you take something, even if you don't have motion sickness. Make sure you take something with you just in case. I'm getting like 3 Amazon packages a day right now with stuff for the cruise. I got the patches came in yesterday.
Yeah.
On Friday, I'm getting the wristbands with the pressure points or something like that to keep you from getting motion sickness. So I'm
perfect. Perfect. So we can't wait to see you on the cruise.
Yes.
Can't wait to meet you on the cruise.
Me too. I can wait.
Oh my gosh. We're going to eat pizza at 4 a.m.
You guys can also use my floaty. I bought an eggplant pool floaty.
Ooh.
So we can all use it and have our drinks together in the pool in our floaty eggplant.
We can lay on it.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my gosh. All right. So we want to make sure that we plug your socials. If you want to tell everybody where they can find you, and we're also going to have them on our website.
Thank you.
So you guys can find it there too.
Yeah. So Dope Nostalgia Podcast. You can find me at dopenostalgia.com. Our Instagram is dope_nostalgia. Twitter is nostalgia dope. And yeah, basically we're on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you like to listen to podcasts, everywhere you listen to My So-Called Whatever, you can find us too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We are so happy that you were able to come on.
Oh,
and that we were able to work out the schedules and that you have been patient with us.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm so happy this finally worked out for all of us. And I love you girls. I love the show. I'd love to have you back on Dope Nostalgia.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
We'd love to have you back as a first-time cruiser and tell your story.
We would love to hear all about your first time cruise experience.
Yeah. I'll try not to get too drunk so I remember stuff to tell you.
Okay. I mean, you can what you should do is you should dictate in your phone. Do a voice memo.
This is the diary. Day 3.
Day 3. I have had 2 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. I have had 17 margaritas.
Oh God.
And then, whatever else comes out.
You might want to join us for our first drink on the cruise, because I know Chris and I were talking Mixtape Mondays about when we get together on the boat and we're settled, we're going to have a Caesar together because it's the Canadian Bloody Mary. Basically, it's the same thing, but with clamato.
Oh, I would be down.
We like it.
I would try it.
Actually, yeah. You guys in Maine, do you have clamato?
Yes.
Do you like clamato?
I've had it once.
Wow.
And it was like straight clamato. Like you're talking about the clam juice, right?
Yeah. Tomato clam juice.
Tomato clam. Yes.
That's the only difference I think between that and a Bloody Mary is the clam.
I've never had it, but I bet it's really good.
And I think a lot of cruise ships, I know a lot of destinations like in Mexico and resorts carry clamato because of all the Canadians that come down.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm sure they'll have some on the boat.
I would like to have one.
Well, you can have one with me.
Maybe they'll make a cocaine lady for me. I never really
I bet they would.
I want.
No,
I'll write it on a card and I'll be like, "Can you make this, please? Thank you."
Bring the recipe.
See, that's nice when you bring the recipe. That's a nice touch.
Yeah,
bartenders will appreciate that.
Yeah, instead of you being like, especially after you've had like a couple shots, this is what's in it. It's blip 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 blue.
Yeah. No,
you're not gonna.
I was just having people order my drinks at some point on the cruise. I was like, just give me whatever. Just give me whatever. A couple shots.
I'll drink anything.
Yeah.
I'll drink anything.
Those Miami Vices, I was addicted to those. So I had like
I did not very much care for those, but maybe I'll like this the Caesar.
Clamato.
Yeah. We should make a little book of drinks to try on the boat and with the recipes.
We should make some signature drinks.
Yeah. Yes. Who was it during the NKOTB action that made some specific? I know Rat Tail makes specific.
Rat Tail, definitely.
But yeah, I think it was April. Sparkles made a drink for one of the events.
I kind of remember that
drink from No More Games Radio.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll have some for us.
Is she going on the cruise?
Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to keep track.
It is hard to keep track. I can't keep track.
I swear, I've probably asked the same people like 3 times over.
Are you going on the cruise?
And then I feel bad if they're not, because I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have.
Now you're like rubbing salt in the wound.
Exactly. I just gotta stick to a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
on the spreadsheet. We can talk about it.
Yeah, so everybody go to our group and fill out the spreadsheet. I called it a Fred sheet.
The Fred sheet.
I think I gotta put Dope Nostalgia on there too. If you're not already on there, I gotta put you on there.
I'm on there. I'm on the spreadsheet.
Like on the top of it. Because I did like NKOTB block action, my so-called whatever, No More Games Radio. Like so.
I didn't look at that, but I put my room on there.
Sweet.
So the door will be open to all of you.
Awesome. Well, our door was open last cruise.
Yeah.
And people would come in and I was like in my getting ready dress, which is basically like an old Navy sundress that has a hole in it. Yeah. And I wasn't wearing a bra.
I loved it though because we got some deliveries and we got some cheese balls and it was great.
Yes, it was a very, very good time.
We had a giant thing of cheese balls. It was amazing.
I will give away one little thing about our cabin for the cruise. Ooh. Is part of our door decorations. All I'm going to say is that it's going to involve a lot of napkins.
Oh,
it's going to be napkin centered.
Oh,
okay.
So like the song.
Yeah,
like
I know like the song.
Yeah, it's gonna be cute.
I'm excited.
Don't ask us about our door decorations.
Yeah.
Have you been planning?
No.
I was brainstorming last night for like 2 hours. I was looking up things and but I have ideas.
But at this point, last cruise, everything had been done. Like we had done everything.
Yep.
It had been completed. Oh. All the crafts.
Our door was amazing. Nikki worked so hard on it.
I made a lot
for
of
a long time, months.
It was fun. I loved it. It was very therapeutic, and I kind of want to do it again, but I don't think I have time. So, plus,
you're going in and out.
Oh, sorry. I said, can you hear me now?
I don't.
Yeah,
I can hear you now. One thing I thought of last night when I was thinking about ideas is I wonder if anyone's done Jonathan Knight as a Disney prince for a door. You and you guys and I think we call I've heard you guys mention him as like a Disney prince before.
Always.
It's Maria. Yes. Maria was the first person that she was like, he's like a Disney prince. And we're like, he is like a Disney prince. You're right.
Yeah. You could make that into a Dora theme.
Oh, could you imagine? You could just put him as every Disney prince. That'd be cool.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You really could. Just all over.
Yep.
And then in the middle, we could have the MSCW Crew Squad logo.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
We gotta come up with something.
That's a lot of work, though.
I'm willing to put in the work. I just don't know what to do. So, yeah.
I don't have time to put in the work, but I can put in an order.
Put it
on
in
like
order
Vistaprint or something.
Yeah, put it in order. Tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
All right, because I have ideas.
So you guys check our website soon. The t-shirts will be up. We had a little problem with the
We did have a little problem uploading
because they denied it because we said NKOTB Cruise. It's not actually on our material. Like it doesn't say NKOTB Cruise on our shirts, but we had it.
It was just in the item description.
Down. So we got to go through and redo all that.
But by the time they hear this, they'll be there.
It will already be up there. Yep. So Absolutely. We got some MSCW Crew Squad shirts coming out. We have the I want to get naughty with blank, and then you fill in the blank, bring a Sharpie, and you write it on your shirt. You take a little
Sharpie and write it in, or like puffy paint.
It's like NAUTI, like nautical.
Yes.
Like naughty.
Our friend Megan made me a luggage tag like that. It says something about Jordan's naughty pass, or Jordan is my naughty pass.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So sweet.
So
thank you.
Thank you so much, Naomi, for being on. We really appreciate you, and we can't wait to see you on the cruise.
Yeah. I'm very excited to meet the both of you.
Hey. Should we take a picture?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Let's take a picture.
First, let's say bye. So, we'll be loving you forever
and ever
and ever.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.